All right, y'all, I'm back. Man, let me tell y'all, man, I could not figure out what was wrong with my GoPro audio setup, and I spent damn near $150 on 2 different mics, 2 different adapters, 2 different GoPro audio 3.5 millimeter like audio recorder things. Come to find out, I had read the not instructions, but I had read the label wrong, and I bought the wrong $5 adapter. So after spending $150, I only needed to spend $5. But bonus is that GoPro doesn't make the audio adapter anymore, so I bought another one just in case it gets broken, which with me, we know how that goes. So I'm out on the WR by myself today, and I'm gonna go downtown Portland. What I wanted to do today was, I haven't really talked about the the George Floyd stuff, the protests, the rioting that was going on in my city, in Portland. So what I kind of wanted to do was go downtown, show y'all what happened downtown, kind of what it looks like now, and I guess kind of my thoughts on it. So I think we're about a month out from when everything started happening downtown Portland. Well, I mean all over the United States, and actually all over the world, but for me, everything did start man, I need to go left here. So in Portland, things did start about a month ago, and just kind of give you guys an update on, I really did want to go down there during when everything was happening, but I was not comfortable doing it on the Cowie because I can maneuver it, but not like I can maneuver this thing. If I would have had this thing before, I would have done it during the actual protest, during the riots, just to check it out and give you guys some like live action of what it looked like. But yeah, I didn't want to take the Cowie down there with how the cops were like just totally stacked up, and they were riding on the side of trucks like it was a war, which I mean really it kind of was. But it was crazy, man. I went down there with a group we were downtown for about 5 minutes, and it was absolutely insane. So still getting used to this thing. It's so bouncy, and it's so easy to steer. Like one small movement and this bike is just all over the place. I haven't gave my opinion on any of it, just because I have a very unpopular opinion, to be 100% honest, and a lot of people don't agree with me, but that's okay. I personally am the kind of person that I'm okay to disagree, but right now a lot of people are not okay with that. People are just, if you don't believe what I believe, then forget you, basically. So I've just kind of kept my mouth shut, because I firmly believe what happened to George Floyd was absolutely unacceptable. That man was murdered. Black, white, whoever he was, whatever color he was, that man was murdered by that police officer, and that police officer did not deserve to be wearing a badge, to be wearing that uniform, to be carrying a gun at all. To me, he deserves life in prison, because the death penalty would be cutting him a break, because then he just gets to disappear and not have to, you know, face his consequences for what he did. But as far as him taking somebody else's life, that's not on you, bro. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't want to get too much into it, because because that's not what this video is about. It's not about my opinion. This video is an update on what happened in Portland with the protests and the riots, and what my thoughts on the protesting are. Not what happened to George Floyd, but my thoughts on just the protests. So we're entering downtown Portland. We're about, like I said, about a month out from when all the protesting started, and as you can see, there's nobody down here. I don't know what it looks like in your neighborhood and where you live, but there's still buildings boarded up right there. Those are boarded up, but they're spray painted. Those are boarded up. So there was a lot of damage done down here. This place is boarded up and looks like it's closed. There was peaceful protests going on, but there was also riots and looting happening. If you don't agree with me, that's okay, but I think that the riots and the looting are bullshit. So you take a immigrant, possibly, or not even an immigrant, but anyone, because it doesn't need to be about what color somebody is or where they're from, and you destroy their business. That is just not okay. If you're trying to make a point to the people that need to be making a point to: the government, the police. Like, doing damage to a convenience store and stealing from it, you tell me how that is going to do anything for the cause. So we're boarded up there still. That was a shoe company. This place looks like went out of business. But yeah, man, the fact that people came down here and just destroyed the city was just, to me, was so sad. Like, there was so many, you know, if this is going to be about race and going to be about color, there was so many black owned businesses that got destroyed during the time that this was happening. And, you know, chances are those people were actually protesting too. So you've got people protesting next to you that you destroyed their business. And, you know, a lot of people asked me if I was gonna protest. So they were boarded up here. That's the Apple store. The Apple store got looted. Very, very decorative right there. The Apple store got looted. They got taken for so much stuff. Yeah, man, I'm not okay with the looting. I don't care what anybody says. It's just to take, and I personally also think it's disrespectful to George Floyd. So you take somebody's death and you make it an opportunity for you to sell shit on Craigslist. Like, and some people were saying that it was okay. Like, Target will be fine, you know. Those businesses will be fine, because if people cared about their business as much as they cared about a human life, like, those people didn't kill George Floyd. And I personally think that it's disrespectful to take someone's death and to do criminal activity with it. Like, I don't know. And so one thing I do want to talk about, as I want to talk about some history here, is the Alabama bus boycott. So my whole thing with this is, if we're gonna protest and we're gonna do all that, which there's no protesters anymore, and that's exactly what I knew would happen. which is why I didn't participate, because I don't do anything unless I'm riding until the wheels fall off. So guess what? Right now, it's a month later, no changes have been made, and nobody's fucking down here. Like, what? So we did all that for what? We did all that, we made all that noise, and we didn't even make a dent in what we could have done. So my whole thing with this is why are we reinventing the wheel? Like, why are we not doing what has been done before? Why are we not doing what Martin Luther King and they did back in the day with the Alabama bus boycott? I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it was 381 days that they didn't take the bus. 381 days that they did not use the bus system. They pulled their money away from the people that were hurting them and the people that were causing them all this harm and their families all this harm, and that, you know, they had, you know, all these rules. And again, I don't want to go over all that, but my whole thing with this message is that convenience is the ultimate disrespect. The ultimate disrespect. So it was convenient during coronavirus for everyone to be down here protesting because they were collecting unemployment. It was convenient for everyone to come down here when there was 3,000 people down here. Boarded up. It was convenient for everyone to come down here. There was 3,000 people down here. But we're at like almost a month later, and there's nobody down here. So my whole thing is everyone did that out of convenience. Like, but the real change, real success, real anything doesn't come from convenience. It comes from doing it for 381 days. It comes from doing it when you don't feel like it. It is disrespectful to do anything out of convenience. It is disrespectful for me, to myself, for me to only work on my dreams because it's convenient. It is disrespectful to my relationship to only spend time with my girl when it's convenient for me. It is disrespectful, and it gets nobody anywhere to do anything out of convenience. And that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened here. People came down here because it was convenient. I guarantee that we would have not had 5,000 people down here, or how many ever people we had, if people were all working. If everybody had a job at that time, we would have not had that many people down here. And I agree that there does need to be change, but real change comes from a long, long time of consistency, and I don't see as 3 weeks being anything consistent. And I'm sad by what happened to George Floyd. I'm sad about the division that's going on. So boarded up over here. Boarded up right there. And man, downtown is like not operating as it usually does. So basically, my whole message with this is that I knew it was gonna fizzle out, because that's how our generation, our world operates right now, is that with social media and with everything being so quick and so fast, and you know, we can be anywhere in the world on our phone in a matter of seconds, that we expect everything else to work that way. We expect everything else to be done just in an instant. Like, oh, we did this for 3 weeks and we don't have anything yet. Like, and this goes back to kind of like my message of don't count the reps, man. People are down here for 3 weeks and everybody's already gone. Like, everybody is already gone. There's nobody fucking down here. We're so used to everything coming so fast that when we have to do anything consistently for extended a period of time, we can't do it. And then we get pissed off. So we go to social media and we complain why nothing's being done and why we're not getting anywhere with anything. But we don't take the time to do it for as long as it needs to be done. So I'm gonna go where there could possibly be some people, but I don't really think there is. So this is where people were protesting, and there's nobody here. Everybody was over in that park over there for a while. Nobody. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy that people, you know, cop up there, better take a right. It's crazy that nobody's down here to me. Like, if you're gonna do something, at least see it through. Nobody saw it through. Starbucks boarded up, but we got nobody down here. How about 2020, bro? Like, really? Coronavirus, then all this shit. The world has like been flipped. At least the United States, it has affected the world, but the United States has just been flipped upside down. Finest. Honestly, they don't even care about wheelies right now. They're worried about so much other stuff. We've been riding like crazy. Man, he's gonna go the same way I'm going. Guess I'm going a different way. Alright, y'all, I'm so happy I got the GoPro set back up. I'm getting the Cowie power coated right now, so it's down, but I got the Sumo, so the content's gonna stay getting pumped out. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.